Would you like to support Cubs Out Loud? One way is to join us over on Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, patrons get early access to our shows, the pre and post show, and various other rewards. You can learn more at patreon.com/Cubs Out Loud. Thanks to all our patrons for their support in making this podcast. It's the next week from when we recorded the last episode, but for some reason somebody didn't change the number, so I can't remember what the date is. But it's the week of Thanksgiving. I'm Jeff.
Who's your bear? That's right. I am your bear.
I'm Damon. I got it.
The tea, I just serve it.
And that makes me Gary.
Everyone else is thinking it, and I just say it.
Welcome to Cubs Out Loud, the Bear Podcast with Indeterminate Length, episode number 807. And it's part 2. We're continuing last week. I'm not going to do much more. We're yet again, because it's almost Turkey Day. Gary, what are we doing this time involving Thanksgiving meals?
It's part 2 of the Thanksgiving meal challenge. So last week we went through a plethora of frozen meal options, talked about them. No offense, didn't necessarily have the best of opinions about the vast majority of them. And surprisingly, we picked one that was towards the middle, not at the top, price point level that we mostly found ourselves being drawn to. So
Swanson
again,
makes
since we
good
are
frozen
just
meals.
That's fair. Yeah. So since we are just days away from the holiday, we're going back for seconds here in part 2 for the social media landscape and looking to see what choices we would make as we develop our ideal Thanksgiving dinner plates. And of course, the question begs, what about the leftovers? We'll get back to that later. So, like before, we've got 4 groupings of items to make up our ideal plates. This time, we've got a variety of proteins, carb-based sides, veggie-based sides, and of course, desserts. All plates are going to get rolls and gravy automatically. Hence, they're not on the list. So, that being the case, we have in our proteins, options can be roasted turkey, the classic, ham, roast beef, salmon, or a vegan roast, aka tofurkey is the most common thing that people think of. In the sides, when it comes to veggies, we've got the classic green bean casserole. We've also got cooked greens, cranberry relish sauce, roast carrots, and sorry, I had to fix the typo. Candied yams.
And yandy yams?
Get yandy with it. You are red, Gary.
Oh my god. I'm so red right now. I don't know why that just cracked me up. All right, and then for our carb-based sides, we've got mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, scallop potatoes, dressing, aka stuffing, and a wild rice pilaf. And then when it comes to desserts, apple pie, the wild card bacon bourbon brownies, cherry pie, pecan pie, and pumpkin pie, the classic.
You mispronounced something. It's pecan.
Pecan. Yeah. I had a feeling. So we're going to do this 2 rounds. First one is base plate and then ultimate plate. Base plate is, of all these things, what are you making as just like your traditional basic kind of plate?
Mm.
You know, in that style. Ultimate plate is of everything that's listed here, you can go bananas and get as much as you want in terms of variety. I'm not going to put limits because we're different people, and sometimes you're in a very carby mood, sometimes you're in a very protein mood.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I'm going to let you all like.
So I need
figure
some
that
clarification.
portion of things out. Sure.
For base plate, is it we choose one from each category?
I'm not going to put a limit on it.
Okay. Because otherwise they'd probably be the exact same thing.
Well, because
Because
like,
I
my
could go
feeling
with
on it
like,
is-
okay, the basics, like if I could only have one of each of these are the things of each of these categories I would have. The ultimate
fair.
plate would expand on that. But if I have access to everything just for the base plate, it's my ultimate plate.
well,
So I'm going to complain about the rules here because
So
it's dumb
let's make
having
the-
two
so-
categories if it's just going to end up being the same thing.
So let's
I'm
make
just-
the rule then.
I will say a base plate has to have a minimum of one of each category, and I will give you a wild card fifth option.
There we go.
So
In
you have
other
to
words,
put
you want
one
me to
from
make
each-
my ultimate plate.
No.
One from each category, and then
Plus a five.
maybe a wild card.
Okay, so we are doing
5
one
item.
of
And then
one of each, and then one. It doesn't have to be on this list. It could be on this list,
Correct.
but it could.
And then your ultimate is as many different things as you want from all the stuff that's listed.
All right.
Like
Right.
it's a smorgasbord, family buffet. All this stuff is on the table at the same time, obviously, and you can just
Right.
go nuts, as opposed to being
okay.
not being a piggy and like getting all that stuff. The base plate is one of each category.
hmm Okay.
And I'm
Can
like
I go?
typing mine up live as I go. I can go first if
Okay.
I'm the first one done, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. As we go, we're going through it now. We're talking through it. We're doing it. We're doing all the things. Here we go.
Damn it! I
One.
don't like how I categorize these. Motherfucker. And yeah.
Shit.
Such
I love how
stimulating
we're so
content for our
great.
listeners and watchers. They're like,
Okay, I will go first because I have my base plate done. I'm not going to add a fifth for a base plate. I'm going to keep it simple and keep it
Okay.
nice and well thought out. All right, my base plate: roasted turkey, greens, macaroni and cheese, and pecan pie.
You're from the south.
That is my base.
Say that again.
I say pecan. I'm not from the south. I'm from Louisville. I've also been living in. I've lived in
Ohio.
Ohio. I think about as long as I live at home, if not longer. I've lived in Ohio longer than I've lived in Louisville. So that being said, that would be my base plate. I would add a caveat. My family doesn't roast the turkey. We either deep fry it or smoke it. Usually
Oh,
smoke
that's
it.
fair.
Yeah. Like I love smoked turkey.
All right. So to be fair, I didn't. Yeah, we'll just make it turkey.
No. You're fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Well, no, because to your point, like it could be smoked, it could be roasted, it could be deep fried. Like it's just
Yeah.
turkey. It's protein.
Got it. But yeah, and it would be the greens, staple, love greens, macaroni and cheese. I have talked about my mom's macaroni and cheese, I would never ever have a Thanksgiving plate without that on it, unless if I were at home. I'll put it like that. Other people's places, maybe, but and then I of the pies, of the desserts, that would be kind of my thing. So there's my base plate. Gary,
So that's
or Jack.
4. Did you want to do a fifth on your base?
I will, but it will be not on this list. How about that?
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. Deviled eggs.
Oh, you rat bastard. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's totally fair. I'm a deviled egg bitch.
Yeah.
To be fair, I like a classic.
Yeah.
For a while, I got real experimental and I did crazy shit with them, but yeah, they don't need to
Right.
be like real weird about
Yeah.
it.
It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be the flavor. Yeah.
I agree.
I'm also own. I'm very picky about my deviled eggs. And there was one person here, Jack, rest in peace, who he was a part of our leather group, and he was known for making deviled eggs. And I was like, I don't know. Oh my god, his deviled eggs were so fucking good.
Yeah.
And he would always do two different versions. There would be a normal, and then there would be a spicy.
Okay.
One had a paprika
The
and the other had
spicy?
cayenne.
No. 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 They were. I will own I'm not a spice guy. I'm not a big like heavy into too much spice. These hurt. Like a better phrase. Um, they are spicy. It is for me close to eye watering spicy.
Okay.
Yeah. Decent tasting, good flavor, but the spice just punches you right in the nose. And yeah.
You need clear
So I
sinuses.
can. Oh, absolutely. But I love them. I love them. I would have like one, and I'd be good. Like I'd eat, but I'd mostly stick to the regular.
So you have like an entire dozen.
I couldn't have a. I could eat a dozen of the regular ones. Oh God, yeah.
Mm.
And he would make so many, and that was the thing. Like he loved making them, and they were so good. Anyway, moving along.
Deviled eggs are
I'll work on
definitely
my other plate.
deviled eggs are definitely one of those things where it's probably dangerous to put in front of me.
Right.
Just like I'll take the entire plate, thank you. And
Yeah.
I'll just nom, nom, nom.
Fair. Very fair.
Hmm.
Nice.
Gary.
All right. So I'm pretty traditional when it comes to this. So for my base plate, I'm going to do turkey, green bean casserole, mashed potatoes, dressing, pecan pie. Because remember we got rolls and we got gravy automatically, so gravy's going over the mashed potatoes, the dressing, and the turkey. Probably a buttered roll. I'm so fucking agitated with you right now, Damon. Because we always have deviled eggs at all family gatherings, and like I already picked my 5. I didn't
Oh,
go, my wild card was just I picked it extra starch. No real
yeah.
goddamn surprise to my hips, but you know. Yeah. No, I'm very kind of traditional that way, that
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what I think of, this is what I want. It's kind of what I was raised on. I will
Yeah.
say this. Green bean casserole. We didn't really discuss this. Well, it didn't count on the frozen meals, but like I want a traditional Campbell's soup, like green bean casserole. Listen, I was a Food Network brat for like 10, 15 years, but I do not want those French style green beans with the homemade like bechamel mushroom sauce and the like homemade like crispy French onion topping like yeah, no. Just
You want the canned green beans, the canned Campbell soup, the French onion, just like
well,
that's
I would prefer the frozen green beans only because they'll be fresher than the canned.
Right.
Canned green beans get gross. They
fair.
turn gray. It's not that appetizing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, like I mean, this is Thanksgiving. Like and if like it's different. Like if I had a partner and we were hosting, then I'd probably Martha Stewart this bullshit and get all stressed about it. But like in this case, I'm like, no, I want traditional Americana crap. Like and especially in this case, I want like the legit 1950s propaganda bullshit, like, casserole thing. Because that's just what I
Yeah.
want.
It's how
Um,
Campbell's became such a staple in Americana.
Yeah.
They
Y'all
made
can keep you can
they put together those recipes specifically to sell their canned condensed soups.
I mean, right. I mean, they're known for three things. I hate to say it: tomato soup, chicken noodle soup, and like
pretty
canned
much
cream mushroom soup to make creepy casserole.
fair.
To be
So,
fair, I
Very
would
fair.
prefer with the cream of mushroom soup with garlic.
Mm.
oh, okay.
In fact, that was
So yeah,
All
my
right.
favorite way to make my mac and cheese casserole was using the garlic, the roasted
yeah.
garlic.
Nice.
So I'm pretty traditional that way, and I am an absolute bitch about pecan pie. Like it's a textural thing, it's a sweet thing,
Mm-hmm.
um, and who doesn't like a nut in their mouth? So
But bump.
I will say you guys are gross.
okay.
Pecan pie is disgusting. I am
It
a
is.
child.
Oh,
You know
In
what?
any
David
case,
and I will eat your portion.
yeah.
sure,
Don't worry about it.
you
You're
can
good.
have it. I'll take your portion of my favorite. I'm going. I am essentially going traditional as well, which is slightly different
Mm-hmm.
than Gary. I'm going with the turkey, the mashed potatoes, and the stuffing. I put stuffing instead of dressing, but it doesn't have to be stuffed.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if it's not stuffed in the turkey, it's dressing, and probably actually a better
Dressing.
way to make it. But anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah,
You get the point. Where I deviate is instead of the green bean casserole of these choices for the limits, I would actually prefer to opt for the cranberry sauce.
Huh.
And I would be perfectly satisfied with the jellied sauce.
The can.
But I would actually prefer the actual sauce.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, in fact, I would mix it up with everything so that everything has a tinge of cranberry sausages. You get what I mean? And then what I think is actually more traditional for Thanksgiving is pumpkin pie.
Mm.
Some whipped cream. I don't need any ice cream. I don't need any of that bullshit. A la mode is overrated. Keep them separate. I like ice cream. I like pie. Just don't put them together. Separate.
Okay.
But that's mine. My base is going relatively traditional.
No.
All right.
Everything okay over there, Damon?
Like my fans fell, and I can't. Either I'm just like eyes can't see it, or something happened. I can't find my other fan. I'll find it later. It's fine.
In any case,
Everything's fine.
how are you?
Yeah.
Speaking of Damon, Damon, what is in your ultimate plate?
Okay,
Sky's the
So-
limit. So
sky's the limit.
Whatever you
So
want.
everything's on the table. Everything's out there. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you over, guys, because I'm gonna keep these here.
Look, Gary hasn't gone yet. He can add it.
Yeah.
I've been keeping mine
Yeah, yeah,
hidden, which means I could just
Yeah,
easily
so-
add things without you knowing.
So
fair.
my plate kind of starts a little differently. I'm gonna want more meat, so I get roast beef and turkey. Ham is, if there's no roast beef, I will go for ham. I'll put it like that. Nah. Greens always. This time I'm bringing in the candy yams
Okay.
for a little bit of sweetness and to start. Macaroni and cheese. I told you several times. That's staying on there. And then adding dressing. So we do dressing. We don't like do the stuffing. It's always dressing. And it's usually
Mhm.
called
Same.
dressing.
Same idea.
And we make it. And that's a caveat. And I'm gonna say it right now. I love my family. There's a person in my family. If they said they make the dressing, I'll pass. I'm good. They won't hear this. I'm not gonna say who it is, but if I found out, oh, you've made it, I'm like, okay, that's nice.
Pass it on by.
Pass it on by. I'm gonna throw the deviled eggs back up here so that they're good with all the other foods. Now, for my ultimate plate, it comes down for me for desserts. So you will see 4 desserts sitting here. So everyone who knows me, if you know me, baked goods are my weakness. They have always been my weakness. And so I will eat all of this, sit for a good half an hour to an hour, be like nice and stuffed and like let things sort of settle.
Mhm.
And then I get up and make a dessert plate.
Mhm.
And then I didn't put everything on here, mind you. But I'm getting like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Gary added that bacon bourbon brownies. That's going to be, I need to know where those, did somebody make those?
Mhm.
Or are they like brought in like from a bakery, whatever?
I'm presuming everything on the table is homemade.
Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah,
So-
I might.
Like your guess on how boozy the brownies are is up to you.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing. So that would be my like, I kind of like, if it were like made in a bakery kind of thing, they're probably going with the lower level of like bourbon in it, cook it, maybe mostly cooking it off kind of thing. If it's made somebody at home, it might be a little
I mean,
bitty piece.
To be fair to what David's saying, if Aunt Trudy made them and you know Aunt Trudy liked to tip it, then
Yeah.
like
Exactly. Exactly.
like I
Like,
feel
I
like
don't-
telling David, just take a little piece. Like you don't have
Yeah.
to take the whole
Right.
normal like 2x2 chunk. You could just like
Yeah.
you
yeah.
know right, you could
Like
you
a
could
half
get
a
half the jam. You could
Uh-huh.
you know like
Half a piece. Let me have a little bit. Let me have a little taste. I'm good. But like, yeah, and then obviously like multiple pies. I love pie. Added deviled eggs. Okay, I'm not gonna add anything else. I thought about adding something else. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it. I'm removing deviled eggs from my ultimate plate so I can add something.
okay.
You don't have to remove
And what
it.
I
You
am
can keep it.
adding. No, I'm good. I wanted to add one thing.
Oh. Yep.
Mm,
My my aunt makes a wonderful banana pudding, and it is banana pudding with real bananas. It is banana pudding with, and it is punch you in the teeth sweet. Just put it out there. I can't eat a lot of it, but I will eat it because it is so good, but like, ooh,
You have an
brushing your teeth
addiction.
afterwards. Yeah, I have an addiction. Now,
That's fair.
oh
That's
no,
fair.
that's bad. Oh
What?
no, banana pudding on top of the brownie. Okay, never mind.
Is the
Banana
banana
pudding with
pudding
the
as a topping
bacon
on the boat?
urban brownie. Oh
Oh.
no, that's
That's perfectly fair.
oh shit.
You can do that. Nothing says you can't.
Yeah,
For our listeners
I'll just be
out there, you're witnessing Damon like realize the crisis of his pancreas in this moment
exactly.
because he's like, I'm
Oh
gonna have 5 motherfucking desserts and I'm gonna enjoy every bite of them.
yes. Oh, like that's my thing normally. Oh, I almost added another. Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna add another one. Fuck you all. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it.
You can put as much as you
Ultimate
want
pie.
on this.
Ultimate plate. Sweet potato pie. We can do this. Fuck you, pumpkin pie. You can go away.
You don't have to take it
Nope.
away.
You
I'm
don't have
taking
to
out.
take
Take
anything.
it
Don't
out.
take anything. You can have all of it.
Fine. I'll put it back.
You
put
can also
the
put the
deviled
deviled
eggs
eggs back if you want. To become abundantly clear, Jeff and I want the fucking deviled eggs on the table. So
So yeah. So this would be like, and I will say this is ultimate plates plural. There will be a dinner plate
that's fair. That's fair.
and
Very
then a dessert plate.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially
That's
when
Yeah.
we're going
we
with the
do.
amount of food, I'm not expecting this to actually literally fit on one plate.
But I have that's a lot. That is a lot. Anyway, moving right along. That's my like I I don't get the well, I get home cooked meals a lot now. I don't get home meals.
Yeah.
I love one of the things that has been happening in recent years for us at our family is our um like my mom and the older aunties and such, like they're not doing the things that they would normally do. They have passed on the recipes and such to their children. Um, so a lot of the things that we get are made by other family members. Hence, what I talked about with regards to dressing. There are two people in my family that usually make the dressing. The of the cousins that make the dressing. One, the other one,
Right.
I'll pass.
That's fair.
And if this ever gets to them, I'm sorry. You know who you
Sorry,
are.
not sorry.
Yeah.
Scary.
Get that. Listen, since it's ultimate, I'm gonna I don't know if this is a rule or not, but I'm gonna agree with Damon. Any of the family gatherings, desserts are never at the same time as the main meal. Probably because there's a whole lot of them to pick from, and like there definitely is a downtime of some sort. And then we go back for that. And it's usually because there's some chilled desserts.
Right.
So there's a whole like we wait to pull them out of the fridge when we need to. That being said, baby, I am going hog wild. I'm getting all the proteins for the most part. So I'm gonna have now. To be fair, if I'm making honestly a real plate, I'm not gonna get a lot of the portion size of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
things.
yeah.
But the fact that I can have variety is like why I'm like I'm gonna get the turkey, I'm gonna get the ham, I'm gonna get the roast beef, and I'm getting salmon because salmon is like a pleasure, like higher
Mhm.
level kind of like thing, and that's why I
Yeah.
put it on the list because I was like that's not a for some people it probably is usual, but other people it's not necessarily typical. And I'm like, if it's been prepared nicely, then hell yes, like I will get a small piece of that. Of course, the deviled eggs, as we discussed, green bean casserole. I'm adding in roast carrots and candied yams
Mhm.
because I need my beta carotene. Um, and I want, I do like candied yams But I find I can only have a small portion of them, probably
Right.
because they are so sweet. In that case, and then of course all the carbs, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, dressing. And then honestly, when it comes to the desserts, like, and I think we've talked about this before, I'm a pie person. I can eat
Mhm.
cake. I like cheesecake. I like, a lot of different desserts, but cherry pie, apple pie, pumpkin pie, they don't really do much for me
Hmm.
unless they've been doctored up.
Right.
Like one of the pies I really like that I don't have listed here is Fruits of the Forest, which is a mixed berry pie. So that's raspberries, blackberries, and then sometimes cherries or
Hmm.
strawberries or another like berry of some kind um, in a double crust. So it has a top and a bottom. Um, Traditional pie crust. So like that's a thing for me. If if we start playing around with it, if we do like Dutch caramel apple with nuts or something, then I'm probably more interested. Hence, my dessert choices, even on my ultimate, is going to be the pecan pie again, and then the bacon bourbon brownies, and then I put in parentheticals a la mode if possible. Because there is a
Right.
part of me that is thinking I would love some really good straight vanilla, like French vanilla ice cream with the brownie. Like maybe heat the brownie up in the microwave 10, 15 seconds, just a little. Doesn't need to be hot, steamy, and whatever with the ice cream. I'm going to forgive Jeff for being so sacrilege and saying that he doesn't like a la mode and that the ice cream should be separate. We're all individual people. You're allowed to have your own choices, even if they're wrong.
That's fair. That's fair.
Wow.
I take no offense.
Wow. Even if they're wrong.
Look, I can say you're
Shots
gross,
fired.
but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do what you're doing. You be you. I might think it's gross, but that doesn't mean anything.
True. Very true.
Oh, did you find your fan?
I'm out of
All
fan.
right, mystery man, you've been
I'm out
hiding
of
your
fan.
ultimate plate from us.
Yeah,
All right,
you've been
so-
hiding yours.
Thanksgiving dinner isn't just dinner. It is this entire experience throughout the day.
Hmm.
You get to where you're going. You have some appetizers, such as a charcuterie board. Is that right?
Yes.
Along with that come the deviled eggs. Because I think of deviled eggs as an appetizer. You're
Totally
munching
fair.
on that. Those people who like sports are watching the football game. Everybody's chatting, mingling, socializing. Something that I'm not a fan of. And then we start getting into the meal, where of course you have to have turkey because it's Thanksgiving. Although
Mhm.
chicken might be actually more tastier poultry, but
Fair.
turkey's just tradition and just kind of goes and there you got the gravy and other things to zhuzh it up. I also like having ham along with it
Hmm.
because it's Thanksgiving. While I love beef, I don't think we need beef during Thanksgiving. Let's stick with
Okay.
the poultry and pork.
Okay.
We're gonna, of course, have the stuffing. I say stuffing, dressing, same thing to me because
Hmm.
usually it's not actually stuffed in the turkey. We got the mashed potatoes. Cooked carrots and beans.
Okay.
So
Like green beans?
like green beans. So not necessarily in a casserole because I've
Got it.
found that there are very few tasty green bean casseroles. There's the traditional
y'all
stuff,
can
and
have
we're getting into the whole tradition thing. But I'd rather just have the cooked carrots
Green bean.
and green beans, I'll butter them up to all hell. Maybe even dip them in the gravy. A lot of this will end up being mixed all together. I'm not a fan of cooked greens, so
That's okay.
that's fine. Sweet potatoes, if it's like a mashed sweet potato, like candy yams, not so much, but other type of sweet mashed potatoes, I would have that alongside of the regular mashed potatoes, but in general, it's just the mashed potatoes. Mac and cheese, I never think of having because I grew up in Minnesota and it's not as traditional of a side dish. Usually that when I think of mac and cheese, I'm thinking of it more as like a meal I'm having. If somebody serves it, I'll have it, but I'm not going to put it on here just because I don't feel tradition. And that's just because of where I grew up. We didn't really have mac and cheese during that. But if it's there, I'll take it. If somebody has scalloped potatoes, I will definitely have that. I love scalloped potatoes, the cream and the cheese, and just tasty. What else do we have? I feel like I'm missing something from the main dinner.
Adding shit already.
I keep thinking about a salad to go with it.
Oh.
So just
you want just a little healthy thing?
No. You don't know me and salads.
Okay.
Me and salads, I've traditionally had two dressings that I put onto it, which is blue cheese dressing and the Western dressing. It was originally called Western French dressing, and then Wishbone bought it and just called it Western because they already had a French dressing, which is very much different from it. Also, along with like, if I was to put some toppings, would be just like some cranberries and nowadays not so much on the croutons, but I loved having croutons back when I had actual teeth. But and it's just like a crispy romaine or
You want some?
iceberg.
Yeah, got it.
So it's
Keep it
more of
simple.
the leaves are more of a vessel for all the toppings
Vessel.
that I would put on it.
That part. Yes. I feel that probably far too much. Far.
I like
far
my
too
salads
well.
wet. But it would be something that's a little fresher than with all this like warm stuff that I have. I'm trying to think if there was something else that we typically have. Stuffing, at one point in time, we would always make a recipe for the stuffing that was my grandpa's. But I don't think we've done that in a long time. Which is very different. But if it's just stovetop stuffing, I'm all for it. I love stovetop stuffing. For dessert, apple crisp. This, and I'm not sure if this is the same. I think there's different versions of what an apple crisp is, but an apple crisp to me is basically apple pie filling in a like casserole dish, and just topped with a brown sugar and cinnamon crumble on top.
Kind of streusel. Yeah.
Streusel, that's it. That's the word I was looking for. And if there's some pumpkin pie. So I kind of have like the experience through that. And like you said, it's usually something where it's like there's one dish and then like you'll stop, digest for a bit, and then move into the next one. Well, I've got essentially three courses.
Yeah. And that's a fair point. So for everyone, like this idea, I get the idea behind an ultimate plate. Like this, for me, my plate would not be like like all of these things all at once. It would probably be a few things this time, and then a few other things another time. Um,
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot
then
my
like a dessert.
cranberry sauce.
Oh, pass the cranberry, sir.
And as I said with my base plate, well, I'd be fine with the jellied. I would prefer like the more real
Kind of
saucy.
like what's behind Gary's head.
Yes.
Yeah. And see, if I will say this, and this is me being kind of bitchy. If I had had that like growing up, I would probably like cranberry sauce more now.
Mhm.
All I've had for years on end is the canned like cranberry jelly thing,
Hmm.
and I hate it. Genuinely hate it. Um,
Oh, the sauce is way the regular sauce is
yeah,
way.
yeah, I'm sure it's way. I get it. I'm sure it is way better, but I am so tainted on like that kind of that jelly thing that trying other things is not in my forte. And more than likely, honestly, I love my family a lot. We're not doing that. We're getting the can
That's
and
fair.
opening it up and plopping it on a plate.
There are cans of that type of sauce
I'm sure there are.
by Ocean Spray, even the
I
ones
am
who make
sure
the
there are.
jelly.
I am sure there are. Our family is going to get the jelly every single time. And it just, it,
Mm.
I'm just turned off on it. I've had cranberry like a
I'm good.
relish on other
I'm
things,
good with
but not.
the because the one thing because I like the cranberry flavor. Like
Yeah.
I like the Ocean Spray cranberry cocktails.
Hmm.
I love those. As I said when I was talking about the salad, is putting some
Raisins.
craisins.
Yeah.
You know,
You like a little tartness. You
raisins
like
and craisins, and having that
yeah,
cranberry flavor in it. It's just delicious to
yeah.
me. So with the jellied one, because I'd usually be mixing that in with everything else, the jelly would melt into more of a sauce.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah, I am not. I'm good.
Mm.
I've had, for the first time in a while, I had we had for chorus rehearsal, someone made a mocktail, and part of the garnish for the mocktail was a little slice of like a lemon, and then a full like cranberry. Um, and it was such a great, and a cocktail like a cranberry. It was meant to be like a mocktail kind
Mm.
of thing, so it didn't have alcohol. We were at a church, it's kind of thing. Um, But the thing I loved the most about the drink was the little garnish that had like an actual like cranberry.
Mhm.
So I drank the whole thing, which was very sweet, and then I had a bite of and I had the cranberry. And it was a great like refreshing kind of tartness that I needed.
Cranberries are good.
Yeah, yeah.
I find like usually at this time of year, whole cranberries go on sale,
Hmm.
um, either fresh or frozen. If they're fresh, I'll freeze them and I'll just put them in the freezer. And then I have a tendency, because I went on a thing over a decade ago. I have a juicer, and I will
Mm,
juice thawed cranberries and make my own cranberry juice, basically.
hmm.
Um, I like real cranberry juice as opposed to cocktail.
Right.
I usually water it down
Mhm.
because it
Yeah.
gets so tart.
Mhm.
Um, and not tart like sour,
Hmm.
um, like ascorbic or citric acid. It's just tart. Like it does that thing where the back of your like mouth really kind of pulls. So I will usually water it down, and because I have a um Oh my god, I totally forgot the name of it. It's not a Soda Stream, it's the other one. That's so sad. I can't think of what it is. I have a carburetor.
Carbonator.
Carbonator,
Car-
thank you.
you said carburetor. I was like, that's not good for the kitchen.
No, I have a drink mate. That's what it is.
Okay.
So the difference is Soda Streams can only do water with flavoring and no juice or any other
Okay.
particulate because it'll cause an issue. And the reason I switched and went to drink mate is because you can carbonate other like liquids. So you
Okay.
can carbonate water with juice in it. So like preferably without pulp to cause issues. But like so I do that every once in a while, like if I want something that's like kind of mocktaily spritzer-esque. And that's where the cranberry thing came in was a number of years ago. I ended up buying it because it was around Thanksgiving time and it was on sale or whatever. And then I ended up like juicing them and I was like, this shit's a bomb. So I like cranberry flavored things. I love having them from time to time. I wasn't raised on the relish or the sauce. So like seeing the classic ridiculous jelly can blob, you know, like
Sliced
sitting on a
up.
plate, sometimes sliced up to make it look a little more presentable. Like I just never was interested in it. I have had it, and I
Right.
don't mind it. But to me, it's a condiment, so you're adding it as a balancing aspect, not so much like to just have it to have it. Like I don't see it as like as a dish thing, but I did include it because it's so expected for an American Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like
Right.
when I
So,
make my my it's called Thanksgiving leftover casserole, but especially when I'm just by myself having Thanksgiving, I'll just grab some chicken and basically just some bagged mashed potatoes. Because usually,
Yeah.
if you're going to make full mashed potatoes, that's way more than I need.
Yeah.
But, and some mixed veggies and a few other things I throw into a casserole dish and make a full thing. Well, it's leftover, so you're supposed to do it with your leftovers. I do it with
Right.
basically fresh ingredients, relatively. Um, and it's delicious. And one of the things which isn't in the recipe is I always add in some cranberry sauce. And the jellied cooked in the casserole just adds this perfect tart flavoring to it. And I love it when it's warm. It's and not that cool gelatinized mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
especially as an ingredient for this for the casserole, because I try to like not just like slice it up and put it on there, but I try to kind of like crush it up so it mixes more into the dish, and it's delicious.
Yeah. So weird. I guess I'm not as big a fan
That's
personally,
fair.
but that's okay.
That's fair. It's not necessarily for everyone, but I love it. Well, there we are. I suppose it's not the ultimate plate; it's the ultimate Thanksgiving meal.
Is anyone else hungry?
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about. Like looking at all this stuff, I was like, yep. I mean, to be fair, if I went to a like if I went to a thing and all of these foods were on the table, I would probably
A little bit of this,
pretty
a
much
little bit of
get
this, a
everything.
little bit of this, a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Go back for seconds on this.
Yeah.
Like David was making
about
fun of me 'cause
50
I left out the scallop potatoes
50
in my
deviled
dish.
eggs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say this. I grew up on stovetop stuffing.
Mm,
Traditional, straight from the box, cheap,
perfectly
like
fine.
super easy to make. There's nothing wrong with it, but I am, now that I'm older, a bit of a brat about making it from scratch. Or making it and doctoring. And
Yeah.
one of the key things is my grandmother made sausage stuffing or sausage dressing,
Mhm.
where you use sweet Italian ground sausage and you pan fry it up, like
Mhm.
crumble it, and then that gets put in with the stuffing, like bread
The
mixture.
stuffing. Yeah.
You usually use the fat from that to cook down the celery and the onions.
Mhm.
So it like
Okay.
kind of flavors the whole thing. And then that's my preferred favorite type of that dish.
Yeah.
I know that oyster dressing is a thing, and God bless you people who like want that or like love it or whatever.
Yeah.
I
And
also
when you
know
say
some
oyster dressing, it's mostly oyster crackers, right?
no,
Oh,
it's
no.
actually
Ugh.
bivalve oysters. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a different variation of that I've heard of, which is chicken gizzards in dressing. Um,
I actually
that's
think
again,
that's part of my grandpa's recipe. You
Oh,
can't tell
that's
because of
again not a
the
thing for
urban use
me.
of seasoning.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's I'm good. You go right on ahead.
yeah.
I
No, I, I,
yeah.
I agree in that case.
I think the
Um,
reason why I would actually prefer stovetop is just because I love the herby flavoring and smell.
Yeah.
Um, it
It's
kind of
nostalgia.
and if you take the stovetop stuffing and like mix it in with some sausage and some other ingredients,
Yeah.
it's just it's a great way for basically the seasoning the dressing.
Right. Right.
yeah.
It can be good. It can be really good. And this was a good thing. I would realistically like there's a lot of stuff in all of this, like the lists in particular that I would like I would be okay with anything except for tofurkey or tofurkey, whatever. No.
You're not
No
down with
saying
the
approval.
vegan
I
roast?
no, no, I'm
I
not.
might
See,
I'm
try
sorry.
it.
I would be
I'm not.
okay
I
with it,
wouldn't.
but I'm warning you right now, I'm probably gonna slather that shit in a lot of gravy.
Oh yeah, which is going to make it definitely not vegan because it's
Well,
probably regular turkey gravy.
yeah, I mean that's fair. Or you could make it from a vegetable base of some kind. But for me, like I'm fine with that. Like if it was seitan, seitan, which is like
Mhm.
a gluten base meat substitute as opposed to tofu. Like I'm fine with that. Like it's not gonna. I'll be game to try it because it's not anything that I'm like I don't want to do that. So that's where I'm like pretty much everything on this entire list I'm down for. And then the part of me is now looking at this list and being like, "Ooh, baby, the things we can make with the leftovers."
Hmm.
Right. That's true.
Because I'm like, if for some forsaken reason there is salmon left over, I will be using that and probably as part of a brunch type thing I'm gonna make.
Yeah, you can have it.
Um,
I
I'm
know you don't
gonna
like the fish.
and then of course, classic, gonna make sandwiches, probably gonna make like some type of like as we discussed in last week's episode, I'm probably gonna make some type of a shepherd's pie type thing. I don't know. Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
all,
There are many thoughts that could come into this that I feel would make this very interesting. And um just so many like options. That's like if I were just like if I were making my health conscious one, for example, like I was trying to like be healthy, like try to be bougie and like, oh, I'm not gonna eat too much because I'm trying to watch my weight. I thought about that and I'm
Right.
like, yeah, it would probably be the salmon, the carrots, the rice pilaf, and probably the apple pie, just to have a little bit of dessert. Um, and that would sort of be it. Like that would be very like, oh, like I'm trying to like keep things low calorie or lower cal.
well, that was part of the reason why I put the list together that I did, because I was like, there's definitely something in every category you could go healthier, quote unquote. So like you could have salmon, you could have some uh cooked greens, you could have some pilaf, like you know what I mean? Like you can kind of make up a plate that gives you some options if you were trying to, for some reason on Thanksgiving, be
Healthy.
right.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and healthy actually go together? What?
They can if you're
Right.
if you don't love yourself. Like
Look,
But I love
I'm
myself,
sure.
God
I'm
damn
sure
it.
even vegans
I'm
probably
joking.
are gorging out.
I'm joking, everyone, just so you know. I'm not I'm you make the choices you want to make. Whatever you want to do. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, everybody have a Thanksgiving, great Thanksgiving, because that's our show for this week.
Yep.
Plain ways to contact us. Pop over to our website, cubsoutloud.com. Shoot us an email at cubsoutloud@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail, 361-COL Talk. That's 361-265-8255. Follow us on Blue Sky, Facebook, Tumblr, and YouTube at Cubs Out Loud, the appropriate place of URL. Join our entourage chat on Telegram at bit.ly/telegram-col. Subscribe to our Google Calendar to find out when we're planning on recording these shows. As soon as we know, at bit.ly/calendar-col. You can get various accoutrements such as a mug for soup or chili or a mug. A mug. Thank you. I was hoping you would starting to take the hint.
No, I anyway, we're fine.
Anyway. You can get t-shirts, hats, all sorts of things. We even have aprons. Over at Zazzle.com/smashingthebear, you can find more of his work. Or at Zazzle.com/cubsoutloud. Some of those designs were designed by Smashy. You can find more of his work at tpublic.com/user/smashingthebear. You can also become a patron to us at patreon.com/cubsoutloud or send us a donation at paypal.me/cubsoutloud. You can find us on the various podcasting platforms, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify. You can find me anywhere on the internet as BoxCub. I have other aliases, but I'm pretty much been sticking to BoxCub. And if you're a patron and heard the post show of last week's, you'll find out why. You should probably follow me. Damon.
If you wish to get in touch with me, you can find me as Theater Cub 79. That's TheaterCub79 on most bear-related sites. Or you can find me as Pup Umbra 79 on Blue Sky. That Blue Sky is not safe for work. For safe for work stuff, you want to go to DMA Gamer 79 on Blue Sky or TikTok. Gary.
If you would like to get in touch with me, you can pretty much find me anywhere online as GareBear73.
And with that, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Good stuff, kids.
Mm-hmm.